undoubtedly assured that there will be some sort of technical difficulties.
More than likely. Should we full screen this so we can see if there's chat?
Chat right here. Boom.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
I see it now, yep.
So, I guess we'll find out here. Looks like it's frozen. That's a solid start.
We're off to a great start.
I love Twitch. Big time fan of Twitch.
How do you make it unfreeze?
I don't know, man.
Just can you refresh this? I don't even know if you can you?
I don't know.
Oh, now you did it. You just went for it.
Just doing it. Just hitting that refresh. So it looks like the video's frozen.
Can you bring it up on your thing and check?
Somebody told me if we drop the bit rate, maybe?
To what? Boom, we're live.
Hey, Musty, can you see? Is that...
Oh, you're unfrozen. You're moving.
Oh, is it? Oh, we're good.
Not frozen. Thanks, Musty. Oh, I hear us, though.
Yeah, I'm going to mute us. All right, boom. There we go.
Oh, this is freaky. I'm seeing doubles here. 4 crusties.
I'm going to see if I can... I can't make you moderator, Musty, so...
He's got a crown. Doesn't that mean moderator? I don't know.
That just means he's the king.
I know nothing.
So, are you ready? We warmed up?
Me.
Unique
New York.
Unique New York.
Oh, Julian's in the house.
New York. You're going to have to not read the chat.
I can't.
Every time we do a live stream, all you do is read the chat.
All I want to do is read the chat. Maybe I should turn this a little more so I get more leeway.
That's refreshing.
We are getting weekly.
All right. So let's roll into this. Let's.
You're reading the chat. I see you.
I'm not reading the chat. I swear.
I'm reading the whole thing.
Okay.
The whole time.
So let's start the show for real. Weekly. Thank you for tuning in to Cartridge Club Weekly. If you are new to the club, let me quickly explain what that is. Right. The Cartridge Club is a community of online content creators and gamers of all generations. We get together, we celebrate gaming. Woo. Online, we do it on the forums at www.cartridgeclub.org. We also do it Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Xbox Live, PSN, Nintendo, everywhere. Anywhere there is games, we do it in the streets. Screaming from the rooftops, in line at Tim Hortons.
That's what we do.
Write my blog on my typewriter at Starbucks. We celebrate games.
Yeah.
This is our weekly show.
This is our weekly show. Oh.
What happens?
I got to give a shout out to Julian right quick.
Okay, why?
Because he's just saying it in chat.
So if you're listening to this show, this is one of the rare live shows that we do. We don't do a lot of them. We don't do them often, but this is one of them.
And it's very professional.
So we're going to do our best not to read the chat, but if we are reading the chat, you can actually find the video format of this at www.cartridgeclub.org, and you'll be able to see the chat that we are talking to there.
Really?
This will be, the video footage for this one is going to be taken right from the Twitch stream, so they will see what the Twitchers are seeing. Ooh. Which is what Patreon will see, cool. Which is what everybody will see. But before they see what they see, we need to tell them what they're going to hear. What is CC Weekly, Mark?
Well, first I want to talk a bit about...
No, what's the show? Tell them what the show is.
All right, CC Weekly is about... we talk about news. We talk about things that have been happening lately in gaming. And we also talk a bit about what's going on in the Cartridge Club.
Yeah.
That is pretty much it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, and then
Duke's
we answer
here.
some questions.
Hey, Duke.
So let's... if you're listening to this show and this is your first time, that every show is somebody's first show, we attempt to not curse. So if you hear the term Patrick Swayze,
ooh, background info,
or possibly just Swayze, that means we're dodging a swear word there. No promises that we will miss them all. I have been known to drop an F-bomb every now and then, right in the A. So
I think you're getting yourself mixed up with someone else.
Let's get into the news. My ears are
Before we get to that news, though, I want to talk about some things I've been doing lately. I know you love this part of the show.
Oh, yeah, I love the what have you been up to?
First of all, I don't understand why people are hating on Baby Driver. I love Baby Driver.
The movie? Who's hating on Baby Driver?
People are hating on it. I've seen people tossing shade.
Really? Tossing shade.
That's what people say now. That's what kids are saying.
All right. I'm hip with it.
Yeah, Baby Driver, man. It's a quirky love story.
Is it?
It's like hidden deep inside this, action adventure thriller movie. Is a quirky old love story. Which I thought
it was some kid with tinnitus who has to listen to his iPod all the time.
Spoilers. Don't spoil it.
Drives for Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey is definitely in it, and he's awesome.
Does he drive an 85 IROC T-top or whatever it is that he drives in American Beauty?
I don't know cars, but I know Baby Driver, and I know quirky love stories, and this is a good one.
Cool.
Yeah, you know what else I've been watching? American Vandal. I watched the whole thing in one day.
We are really doing this. All
right.
See
American Vandal?
No.
Oh my God, it's funny. All right, Spider-Man: Homecoming. Let's move on. War for Planet of the Apes. All right, let's get into news.
What is happening right now?
That's all the stuff I watched recently.
Have you watched, what is it, Fishman Meets Mergirl?
That comes out in December. Not all of us. Thank you, Julian. Julian noticed my new haircut. Thanks,
Solid.
Julian.
Solid. Stop reading
Got it today.
Stop reading the chat.
I can't help it. All right.
Julian, you're a distraction.
Nintendo shares at a 9-year high, man.
I heard Nintendo had a larger market share than all of Sony combined.
I don't know if that's true.
They're at a 9-year high.
That's crazy, though. Yeah, 9-year high.
Wow.
So I'm assuming the year before. I mean, that's during Wii time, right?
Yeah, 9 years. That goes back to the Wii for sure.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would beat that. I wonder if it would beat the 9-year streak. You think?
I don't
It's
know.
possible?
You think it'll hit 10-year high? What's after that? Would be an all-time high, I assume.
Well, next year it'll be 10 years. We're hoping
So,
for like an 11.
the start of the Wii must have been the all-time high.
I'm guessing, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why they said
If this
it's
is a 9-year high. Then
otherwise, they would have said it's the all-time high.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So do you think it can overtake the Wii in terms of shares?
Maybe. Oh, you
'Cause
know,
it's not just
I
the
guess
Wii, it's also the
technically the
classics.
Super Nintendo and the NES days could have been higher than the Wii. This just might have been the highest in 9 years. Anyway,
What? No, couldn't have been because this is.
it's a 9-year high.
Oh,
it's the highest in 9 years.
Right. Oh, you know what? Our terminology is way off.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Turns out I'm not a stock market man.
Yeah, me neither.
So-
But anyway, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
bouncing
Well,
back.
the
They're coming back.
The Switch is strong. The Super Nintendo Classic is strong. The NES Classic coming back next summer is going to be strong.
Yeah.
They are strong on games. They're strong for games. They're hard on games.
Yep. Very hard.
You know?
Very good on games.
So.
All right. So that's pretty cool. Congratulations on Nintendo.
Yeah. And anybody who bought stock in them 5 years ago, like I suggested, Pete Neary, you're welcome.
You suggested this to somebody?
Yeah, a buddy of mine buys a lot of stocks. He bought stock in Amera.
Oh.
Amera's a company here that runs the power. They run Nova Scotia Power. They're
Mm-hmm.
provincially regulated, and they have a contract with the provincial government that they are guaranteed a 12% profit every year.
It's madness.
He bought stocks in them the year they signed that contract.
That is genius. And what's up, James? Retro Pixel in the house.
Solid. Okay, so
Eric's here too.
oh my goodness, I can't believe you're reading the chat. We might as well just play Portal.
No way.
Next,
All right.
Portal.
All right, you're up next. What do you got? Give me some news.
So there's this game out right now. It's supposed to be pretty hard. A lot of people are saying this one's difficult, really tough to beat. It's
Cuphead?
called Mugface. What is it called? Cuphead. That's it. Cuphead.
Yeah, Mugface.
Mugface. I think it's Mugman is his brother. Cuphead and Mugman. It's like us.
You know what? Mugman.
Yeah.
Mugface might be the sequel. You know,
It could be. Yeah.
Why did they name it Cuphead? I have much to learn from playing this game.
I don't know. Animation's great, but this game is supposed to be punishingly hard. And I heard that and I was like, man, I don't think I'm going to get this. And then it turns out some guy with a Dance Dance Revolution gamepad beat it in an hour 24 minutes. And suddenly I'm thinking, it's not hard. Everybody who's saying it's hard is just really bad at games.
Oh God, I want to watch you play so.
He beat it in an hour and a half with his feet.
I want to watch you play with your fingers.
With his feet.
I'm hearing that it's hard. I'm hearing conflicting things though. I'm hearing things like it's Contra, but it's Gunstar Heroes.
I couldn't beat Contra with my feet.
Could you beat anything with your feet? Actually, I was going
Maybe
to say
FIFA.
I can't. I was going to say I could, but I do have.
The first star in Super Mario 64.
That's a triumph.
That video is currently unlisted on our YouTube channel. If anybody can find it.
Do not have that video posted.
Musty actually has our login information, so he can track that down.
Musty, do not find that video. All right. Anyway, getting that first star. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, hour 24 minutes.
So what do you think of that? You think maybe it's not so hard then?
So this guy is a professional
I was
speedrunner.
gonna say this guy's good.
His name's like Pushing Up Daisies, Pinky Roses, Punky Brewster. It starts with a P. Anyway,
All those things start with P.
Puckman. Anyway, he's a professional speedrunner. Not only is he a professional speedrunner, he's a professional Dance Dance Revolution gamepad speedrunner.
Yeah.
So he plays all of his games through an arcade system with his Dance Dance Revolution pad.
That's impossible. You know what? Duke made a good point. Maybe he's using save states.
Maybe he's using save states. Yeah, that's possible. But they were built into the game, so if he is, it's okay.
Love it. Yeah. Oh.
Not cheating then.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, he couldn't have been because he said he beat it. He didn't say he completed it
Oh,
in an hour
good
24.
point.
He said he beat it in an hour 24.
Hey, not everybody knows the rules though.
Nobody
All right?
knows the rules. They're secret.
No,
It's like this weird Stonecutter,
Well, we know one of them.
Stonecutter's underground rules thing for the Q Dogs.
We know one, and that's a good start.
I sent Eric's brothers an email trying to bribe them to find out what the rules are.
That's like asking God for the commandments. Come on, hook me up.
All right, so what do you got next?
All right. Okay. Everything that you can get from the Amiibos in Mario Odyssey can be unlocked in game. Boom.
What?
That's huge.
That's Patrick Swayze.
What? You don't like that?
No. Why even have the Amiibos if they don't unlock something special?
Oh, I see. You're voicing other people's opinions.
Maybe.
No, I think it's great. Nobody can be upset now. It's perfect.
Right. So people who buy the Amiibo can unlock the items as soon as they buy the Amiibo.
Yes.
People who don't want to buy the Amiibo can unlock the items regularly in the game.
Yes.
And people who want to buy the Amiibo but can't find the Amiibo are not punished because they can still find the items in the game without the Amiibo.
Everything you said is right.
Still Nintendo's fault.
Yeah. So
No, that's awesome.
All it does is speed up if you want an outfit quicker.
Does this make you want the Amiibos more or less?
I've never wanted an Amiibo, except for Cloud. Got him.
Nice.
Shovel Knight. Got him.
Nice.
So, no, I don't have any interest.
I already pre-ordered them.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. Speaking of which, I see you got the Koopa and Goomba back there. I don't know if people can see it. They probably can.
Yeah, they have to be
here.
freed from their cell tonight.
Yeah. We should have put them here instead of this thing.
No, man, this is a CK Signs, a custom original painted Game Boy.
I put it there.
And it works.
I'm starting to think we already had it there before.
No, we haven't.
You sure?
100%.
It looks like something I would immediately put there.
Look at the dust on that. That has not been touched in months.
Yeah, okay, you're right. All right, what else you got?
Binding of Isaac. The developer from Binding of Isaac is making a new game.
What is it?
Called Night Terrors.
Oh, that sounds creepy.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's a side-scrolling... it looks like a side-scrolling running gun, but you're a knight. And that's all I have. It looked fun.
It's a side-scrolling running gun?
Yeah.
But you're a knight.
But you're a knight.
So what are you shooting, like a crossbow?
I think you're throwing a javelin.
Oh, so it's like Ghouls and Ghosts or Super...
I didn't want to make that
Ghosts
comparison.
And
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, they're doing it. People like Binding of Isaac, so...
What's that noise?
That was Discord. My Dungeons & Dragons group is letting me know that I've been attacked by a warg.
That can happen.
No.
People do like Binding of Isaac. I liked Binding of Isaac, except...
This game looks good, but it looks really hard. I'm going to wait and see if Pinky Brewster beats it with his feet first, and then I'll consider buying it.
Good call. We should wait on... Did we introduce ourselves?
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember saying on player 2.
I called you Mark.
All right. Anyway, Julian. Anyway,
Stop reading the chat.
I'm so sorry. I don't... See, we should have a discussion about roguelikes. Or rogue... What is it called?
Likes?
Are they just called roguelikes?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. We should have
Is
a
that the
discussion about
that's what it was. It's a procedurally generated screen.
See, let's get into this.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to
That's
talk
why
about.
I wanted to talk about that game. I remember because I wanted to bring up whether or not you liked that.
I do not like procedurally generated.
Why?
I like consistency. I don't like... the reason I don't like Binding of Isaac is you can be screwed right from the start and you have no way of knowing.
Hold on, Mark. Slow
Or you
down.
can be blessed right from the start and have no way of knowing.
I'm not sure what procedurally generated means.
It just means it's different every time. It generates a different order every time, a different room every
Don't
time.
explain anything like I'm an idiot. I know what it means, but there might be people watching who don't know. We're trying to...
Oh.
Yeah.
My mistake.
And if they don't know, they just don't know.
Yeah.
Some people didn't know what the 25th Amendment was. So...
Yeah. I still don't.
Yeah. Procedurally generated.
Yeah, so it's just random. Like, the way you get through the game is randomized.
Right.
So you can get all these awesome items and be super powered right from the start, or you can never get any of those items ever, and you just get crap items, and then there's obviously no way you can win.
Well, if you get good at the game, you could win.
That's not how Binding of Isaac works. Like the way the game
so
works. So
you literally have to be lucky enough to have these items spawn?
Yes.
Why would you play that?
That is what these rogue games are like. I don't get it. I don't know why people are into them. That's why I like Dark Souls, which is considered a roguelike because when you die, it has extreme consequences. But it's the same level all the time. I don't like the fact that you have to hope to get a good item. I don't like random. Random, I do not like.
No, I don't like... There should be no... Whether or not you can finish a game shouldn't be based on a random factor. It should be based entirely on your ability to play the game.
Yes.
You know, not whether or not you wait long enough and push up.
Yeah. The easiest way to describe it, which is actually probably how every single video game is played, the longer you play, the more you're chipped away at. And in order to stay alive is replenishing what's been chipped away from you. If you can't replenish what's been chipped away at you, eventually you're just chipped away and you die. And that's what happens in Binding of Isaac. If you get a bad run, is what they call it, a bad run. I don't think a thing should be called a bad run. You shouldn't be able to have a bad run.
Yeah.
I just don't like.
You've just ensured I'm never going to buy a game like that.
Yeah, that's just me. Some people like this. Some people like hoping for a good run. I guess it's the same people that like loot boxes. I don't like random.
Right.
I don't like random. Don't like loot boxes. We should talk about loot boxes. That's a pretty hot topic right now. But we should.
I can't talk about loot boxes. I have my 30-day chit or my 30-day chip. I haven't bought a loot box in 30 days.
Oh, right.
But the next news topic is that the Junkenstein event began on October 10th.
Oh, boy.
And it's a PvE event.
You love PvE.
I love PvE. There's a possibility.
What game is that from?
PvE?
No. What game is Junkenstein from?
It's from Overwatch.
I know, but we didn't say that.
Oh, I did say the Overwatch Junkenstein event started, didn't I?
Did you say? No, I don't think you said Overwatch at all.
P2? Are you sure I didn't say? What are
say P2?
What are those names?
Ah.
Julian caught me reading the chat.
No. Oh, you read it. Sorry, P1.
So it started. This weekend we might play some of that. We might play some Diablo 3. Musty picked it up. I'm trying to entice Eric to grab it as well.
Oh my!
That was the
Diablo
fun fact.
3.
Diablo 3. That was the first video game Colleen and I played together as a couple.
Yeah,
she
me too.
played the witch doctor. She told me what to do.
Yeah, all four of us played together. Me, you, Megan, and Colleen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like that never happens.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Duke confirmed you did not say Overwatch.
Thanks, Duke. I love live chat.
I love it too.
See, because in the recorded shows, I would just go back and put in me saying Overwatch, so
I
then
look like an idiot.
you look like the Swayze.
That's funny. Anyway, how did we get on Diablo 3?
We were talking about roguelikes, then we were talking about loot boxes, then we talked about Overwatch, then I mentioned Junkenstein and how we might play some of that this weekend.
Oh, yes,
and how we're
right.
going to play Diablo 3.
Because somebody picked it up, Musty
And
or Eric or
now
somebody.
we're here.
Gotcha. Star Wars trailer.
Yeah.
Did you see it? What do you think?
So my favorite part of the Star Wars trailer was when everybody just logged off.
Do you think people aren't watching this? I watched the first trailer and then that's it.
Musty watched this trailer once, and he's not watching it again, and he's actually muted the word Star Wars, Jedi, Last, Luke,
I respect that.
Kylo,
Media
Snoke,
blackout.
Rey.
I love it.
I
I don't
all
like
of
that
them.
they showed Snoke. I don't like that.
There might be people who haven't watched it. We probably shouldn't say anything about it.
Don't watch the trailer if you don't want to see Snoke.
Right, but we shouldn't even
Now
mention...
they're warned. I wish I was warned. I wouldn't have watched that trailer.
Right, but they may have avoided the trailer and thought, oh, let's safely listen to this video game podcast that's not going to talk about Star Wars, and now you're telling them
I won't
people
describe
that
Snoke, but they show Snoke in the trailer.
we keep saying it.
Don't watch it. You will get Snoked.
You're the guy who thinks everything is a spoiler, and you're throwing out...
Dude, the fact that the trailer is a spoiler. Don't watch the trailer.
Well, Ryan Johnson, the director, actually said,
I can describe him.
if you want to go in fresh, don't watch this trailer.
He's right. And I should have took it.
So you enjoyed The Force Awakens.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first Force Awakens. Yeah. And
Were
Rogue One.
you excited? Oh yeah, I enjoyed Rogue One quite a bit.
yeah.
Were you excited for The Last Jedi? We just touched hands.
Did we do it?
Were you? I felt the moment. Were you excited for The Last Jedi before this trailer?
Oh, I was gonna see it no matter what. Yeah, I'm excited.
And you have watched this trailer, so you've seen both trailers now for The Last Jedi.
I don't remember seeing the first spoiler trailer or teaser trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was one. What is it? What happens in it? Oh, the
Don't
dark,
talk about
the
it.
light or whatever.
Are you kidding me? Stop saying things.
Yeah, no. I did see that one. It's not even much of a teaser. Yeah, I don't think it even showed anything new.
Right. So you've seen them both. Are you more or less or the same excited after seeing the second trailer?
I'm more excited.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go see it in theaters like we saw the last one?
Of course, I would imagine. Yeah.
I think that's the last movie we saw together.
Although I might have to decide if I see Shape
That
of
or
Water or
Fishman Mergirl.
yeah.
When
It's
Harry.
gonna be tough. That's a tough call. If I was actually forced to decide,
Yeah.
oh boy, that's a tough one.
When Aquaman meets Sally.
Did you hear what Catherine was saying about Shape of Water?
No, I haven't heard Flock and Nerds yet.
Oh boy, it felt good.
Yeah.
I really want to see it. Flock Talk. He's what?
All right.
Um,
I got no more news. Slow news
IGN
week
buys
for me.
Humble Bundle.
Oh, that's news. I had that.
Kind of fresh, kind of big news.
Yeah. So
Do you think it's going to make an impact on Humble Bundle? Why do you think IGN bought Humble Bundle?
they like money. I don't know, man. I like IGN. IGN catches a lot of heat. I like them. I like
not the IGN it used to be.
right. I like Pierre Schneider. I like a lot of their podcasts. Ryan McCaffrey, I believe his name is the Xbox guy.
You listen to the Xbox podcast?
No, but I follow him on Twitter.
Oh, I see.
And I like IGN, and I think that this will be better for Humble Bundle than not being owned by a major media company. Think about it like there was a brief discussion today on Twitter between Kevin Scott and I threw in one comment there at the end.
Okay.
Very brief, like 4 tweets. This thing was.
Okay.
Scott was concerned that that Humble Bundle might change because of it. Mm-hmm. They are the only digital content he's ever purchased.
I can believe that. Yeah.
Kevin thinks that is unlikely.
That it would change.
That it would change. Yeah, and I agree with Kevin.
That's good.
I think it is more likely that IGN would use their platform to advertise the games that are available on Humble Bundle. Like, so Humble Bundle comes out with here's a group of the BioShock games, and now IGN releases an editorial on BioShock. They make money because Humble Bundle makes money. Their websites get it feeds itself, right? It's a
like a living breathing organism.
It's a thing.
Okay. I guess I never thought about it. I don't really understand the infrastructure, like how Humble Bundle works. I don't know how they're making money. They can let things go for so cheap, and they don't own any of these games. So I guess, how does it work? Do the creators of the games completely volunteer to let them sell it for whatever they want, kind of thing?
I don't know, man.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know. I assume like the NES Classics, the SNES Classics, they license them out because they can sell them cheap, right? So it's got to be a small amount, or maybe it's based on volume of sales. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Because I think you can decide how much of it goes to the developers, and I don't know. It's been a long time since I've even looked at a Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. In fact, I think it might help in the long run.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, if anything, it will improve Humble Bundle's experience, and IGN will just continue to truck along.
That is my optimistic view of the future for Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That is it for news because I don't have anything else.
That's it.
Anybody in the chat have anything?
We don't have. That's a 30-second delay now. We have to wait 30 seconds for them to see if they have any news topics.
This is a good time to announce what CC Update is brought to you by.
Who brings us CC Update?
This CC Update brought to you by AMP.
That's why
the best and biggest energy drink you can get for $1 at your local dollar store. AMP.
Am I going to have to blur out the contents of my can, the label on my can for this show because it's not an AMP?
Well, unless you have our lawyers on standby, I don't see any of them in the chat yet, so.
They'll let us know.
Yeah. Oh, there's my ad. I can see.
There's your ad. All right. All right. There's no news topics coming in. So what follows the gaming news?
Okay. CC Update.
CC Update.
Now, what's CC Update?
Did you have to look down to see what came next in our 3-segment podcast?
Just tell them what it is.
Cartridge Club Update is the portion of the show we are going to talk about what is happening in the Cartridge Club. We're going to talk about the game of the month for both CC Prime and CC Portable. We're going to make some announcements that happen. And we are also going to talk about some of the podcasts, videos, and blogs that have been uploaded to our community. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's start a podcast.
All right, podcast. Getting started. You know
what
we're going to start with?
Okay, I have 2 STCs to talk about because I didn't talk about last week's, and I listened to this week's.
Wait, you listened to today's already?
Yeah, I listened to STC podcast on the Friday morning. As soon as I wake up, I've got STC. I've got Bill and Joe in my ears before I've had my morning deuce.
Well, how do you want to do this?
Or brushed my teeth.
You see, I have STC last because it's also my first video that I have listed.
Oh, I also have their video.
So we should do them last.
We're going to do 2 podcasts in a video last. We're just going to have a whole STC half hour.
Yes.
All right, I'm down for it.
All right, because we're going to talk about bonus barrel because we didn't have them last week.
I also have 2 polykills.
Oh my god! All right, so we're gonna do bonus barrel because we didn't have them last week.
It's a long day at work. I work with a guy. I can't stand him. I put my headphones on a lot.
How are you able to listen to podcasts at work?
In my old building. I can't in the new building.
I thought you just said you did today though.
Oh, I listened to it in the car on the way there, and then I took a smoke break.
Oh my god!
To finish the show.
I wish I could take smoke breaks.
Yeah.
If I do that, people die.
I actually sit in the smoking pit, and the smokers are like, "Do you have a light?" I'm like, "No, I don't smoke." Like, why are you out here? Because the only way to get a GD break in the military is to be a smoker. So
that is funny.
Here I am.
That's hilarious. All right, so bonus parallel. They did a spooky intro. Did you hear that intro? It was spooky. It was scary. Did you listen to Bonus Barrel?
No, I haven't heard Bonus Barrel. Oh wait, I did.
Yeah.
The Total War Warhammer one. Yeah.
Total War Afghanistan. Yeah.
No, they talked about Total War.
I know.
I heard Total War Warhammer.
That was one of them, and then Rob said Total War Afghanistan.
Dude, I would play a Total War Warhammer game.
I want to play Total War Afghanistan. I think that'd be great. Anyway, they did spooky intro. Shelby did the editing on this one.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Yeah, super high quality. Well done, Shelby.
They talked about the Nintendo 64 Mini.
They did.
And they forgot to mention Mario Party. But later on in the podcast, Mario Party gets brought up, and they said we should put that in the Mini.
Yeah.
So it was
I still don't see that happening, man. You need 4 controllers for that. You're looking at like 200 Canadian.
Who cares? You buy as many controllers as you want. And what are you saying that Nintendo wouldn't produce it because you'd have to buy things for it? That is, of course they're going to do that.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the worst.
You just sold it for them.
Yeah, Reggie just snapped into focus. He was like,
"He's right.
That's brilliant. Cancel the GBA Mini."
Yeah. Oh god. I wonder what will be next. It will be 64.
Something else they talked about in Bonus Barrel last week is game guides. Do you use them other than as a mouse pad? Because I know you have that Resident Evil 4 one.
About to say
all tore to hell.
It's Resident Evil 2.
All right, sorry.
Okay, game guides. No, I don't use them. But they're pretty. Like, they're really nice art. And I like doing it after you've beaten a game. If you really want it, when you were younger and you had to replay games over and over again, you know what I'm saying? It was fun to have an energy drink and an energy drink. I just finished that anyway. It's fun to have a guide.
Stop looking at the chat.
It's fun to have a guide and get more out of your game. But in terms of going through my game for the first time with a strategy guide, no, I do not, for it is cheating. Do you want to talk about this?
All right, I'm not going to discuss whether or not it's cheating.
Well, it is.
It's not.
How could it not be cheating?
To use a strategy guide?
Yeah, it's like watching a Let's Play.
Did you not talk to friends about how to beat games? Is that cheating? Sharing secrets? You're just sharing a secret with your friend who wrote the game.
Sharing a secret is definitely cheating.
What?
That is cheating. If you didn't find it on your own, you've cheated.
Well, then I guess you didn't beat Final Fantasy II regularly because you watched me play it first.
Let me put it to you this way. There used to be a phone number you could call.
The Nintendo hotline.
To talk to people.
Yeah.
And ask them, hey, did you find this secret bottle? It's like talking on the playground. Well, it's the same thing, except I'm on the phone talking to someone. It's cheating.
That's not...
Hey, game FAQs. Did you find the third bottle? That's cheating. It's the same thing. Agreed?
No.
It's okay to cheat. Cheating is fun.
Cheating is fun. No judgment, right? No judgment.
There's no judgment.
Yeah.
You play however you want.
Why is it every time you say no judgment, I feel judged?
Don't feel judged. It's me judging myself. You can only judge yourself,
gotta give credit to Fitnet for that. I'm pretty sure he said that on the Hangout.
God love you,
How
Fitnet.
come every time P2 says no judgment, everybody feels judged?
I'm sorry. Do not feel judged. I just judge myself.
Yeah, no, don't feel judged. Just don't use save states, don't use guides. If you don't play with the Dance Dance Revolution gamepad, you're cheating.
That is a whole other level. That's
I mean, if you can't do that,
then you're
not actually beating the games.
Technically cheating by modifying the game.
Oh my God.
Cheating to make it harder. I don't know how that works, but anyway, they talked about Resident Evil 4. Did you want to talk about guides more?
No, that's good.
All right. Do you use guides?
Sure.
They talked about Resident Evil 4.
Just gloss right over that.
Do you remember Resident Evil 4?
You're not even a real gamer. We're gonna talk about Resident Evil 4.
Say that. Everybody can do whatever they want.
I can't believe I have to host a show with this guy. What a hack.
All right, so Resident Evil 4, they talked about it. Lots of love for Resident Evil 4. Lots of love. It makes me wonder how much more I might have liked Resident Evil 4 if I hadn't played 1 to 3. I don't really like action games, though. And I didn't hate Resident Evil 4. It just wasn't a Resident Evil game. It was a great action game. It was a great action game.
They made a good point that it was like 4, 5, and 6 are sort of the action-adventure version of action-horror version of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And that 4 gets a lot of love because the other two are so bad.
Yeah.
I wonder if... Stop reading the chat. I wonder if 4... I wonder if I had played 4 first instead of playing 1, 2, and 3.
Do you like action-adventure games that have guns? So, there you go. Although, I guess you did like The Order, and I'm assuming it's similar to that. I haven't played The Order.
If it played like The Order, that'd be... you know what? I would love to play a Resident Evil game that's done like The Order. The Order plays like a movie. It's almost as good as Until Dawn.
You don't shoot things?
You do.
So it's like Resident Evil 4.
No.
It's the same as Resident Evil 4?
It's better. It's way better.
So it's Resident Evil 4, but with better graphics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The outro.
Yeah, I think I can't really remember how it was between the guide and the save states. Everything just it all just runs together.
I can't remember what was the Let's Play I was watching and what I was playing. I get it all mixed up. It's all blurring together.
I hate you.
The outro. Okay, so Shelby, at the very, very end of bonus barrel, make sure you listen right to the end. There's a little clip of the merchant from Resident Evil 4. Spoiler alert. It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, that is bonus barrel. There is no bonus barrel this week. So, how did this end up happening? They released late last week, so that's why we had one this week to talk about. That's what it was.
They released late and they had Thanksgiving. So
it ended up working out all right.
Next up, I want to talk about the Masters of Unlocking.
Oh, I have not heard the newest.
This isn't the newest.
Okay.
I've been listening. I've decided now that I'm just going to talk about the ones that I listen to as I listen to them.
I'm going to do that as well.
I no longer have the ability to listen to everything as it comes out, so...
I may be able to participate in this conversation then.
Cool. So they were talking about long box CD cases being remade by limited run games.
This is like episode 3.
Maybe.
Anyway.
And then what impact that would have on collectors. And Caleb made a good point. He brought up, new CD case, new label, new
this is some
manual.
great points,
What does
man.
that mean for the collecting market?
This is some great points, and I'd love to get your view on it because we briefly talked about before fresh labels, reprinting fresh labels. What if that label looked just like the original?
Right.
And you smudged it up a bit or whatever, you did whatever. Like, who cares? How would you ever know if it was legit or not? How would you know? You wouldn't.
I think the issue comes into what if somebody made a complete replica of the Mona Lisa and you bought that thinking you were buying the Mona Lisa.
I get it, yeah.
And you were really buying Pinky McTaverton
you're getting
Dance Revolution pad.
You're kind of getting to my point. Okay, so you have it up on your wall. You have the Mona Lisa. You spend your whole life thinking, I have the Mona Lisa. You die. You're dead. You're gone. But the whole time, you had the Mona Lisa. You don't know any better. What's the difference?
I mean, if any of your friends have ever gone to the Louvre, they would know different.
Yeah, but this isn't the Louvre. This is Final Fantasy 2, you know? Nobody would ever know.
Who does it hurt? Is that what you're saying? Who does it hurt?
Yes, who does it hurt?
It hurts.
Now, on a morals basis, you shouldn't do it. But how would you know? Any one of those labels back there right now could be reproduction labels, and you would never know. You would never know. And it's the same with these CD cases. You would never know.
Now you're getting to the point, well, if it's a reproduction label,
yeah,
why can't it just be a reflashed version of the game on a...
There's no reason it can't be. As long as it's...
But if somebody is selling it as the legitimate deal, that's counterfeiting. Yeah. That's the definition of counterfeiting.
It is.
And that is illegal.
I'm sure it is illegal, but how do you know? And why does it matter to you? What's the difference?
It's hard for me to get up because it doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have a RetroPie. I have a SNES Classic. I have a NES Classic.
So hard
and I don't care if these could all be. If they were, I would rather take a beautiful.
They could be. You
know what I mean? These are decoration at this point.
That's my point. Is these could be fake right now? You would.
Those could just be empty cases.
They could not even play.
In fact, I'm convinced that half of the YouTube channels we watch are just people with empty cases behind them.
It could be. How would you know? And it's hard to. I mean, on a moral level, you shouldn't do it. Morally speaking,
right?
But if nobody ever knows in the entire world except for the person who did it, if he's okay with it, then
that makes him scummy because he's taking advantage of people who think they're getting an actual product and paying money for it.
But that's my point. The only person who's actually affected by this is the person who made it, who has to live with the fact that they did something immoral.
Are you saying that counterfeiting video games is a victimless crime?
No, the only victim is the person who made it.
And the person who paid money thinking they were getting an original game.
Not if they never find out. If they never find out, it's victimless. If they find out, they're a victim.
If I steal from you and I take something that you don't notice I've taken,
yes, keep going,
and then you never notice it's gone,
then I'm not a victim.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I don't know. How would I know? How am I a victim?
What?
It could have happened, right? I could have stole something today.
Did you steal?
Don't go looking.
I gotta take an inventory.
But how would you know? How is it a bad?
Who are you?
This is a very unique perspective that I'm sure nobody. This is getting dark.
We've gone from game guides and save states are cheating to if you stab a homeless person in an alley and nobody notices.
I didn't say stab. There's a victim there. He knows he's being stabbed. If I don't know I'm getting a reproduction,
so I just need to find a homeless person who's in such a drug-induced stupor that he doesn't know.
No.
Well, what are you saying here?
No, if I get a reproduction label,
so
that could be one right now. Well, what do you care? You don't know, and you'll never know.
But if I had Chrono Trigger, let's say I went online and I bought. Right. Let's say I bought from you. I bought Super Castlevania 4 from you. Did I buy a repro from you?
Into it.
Does anybody have a picture of the board for Castlevania 4?
I could never do a reproduction, but how would you know? It's a victimless crime, like punching someone in the dark. Eric knows. But really, a reproduction label on an actual board, on an actual cartridge, you would never know. And what's the harm? It just looks better. What's the difference? You don't know. What if the label is completely gone?
Replace. I'm not against replacing a label on a game where the label is destroyed.
I know, but
as for the value of the game, it should be the same as with comic books. If the comic book cover is destroyed, the comic book itself has almost no value.
Yes.
If a label is destroyed, it should have no value. But putting a replacement label on there to say, like, so you still have, because nobody wants to walk around, nobody wants to have, like, the name of a game scratched into a cart because the label's gone.
Some people do. Some people want that. But I'm going to be clear. I could never do this. This is immoral. It's an immoral thing to do. And counterfeiting is a crime. It's a crime to do.
So you okay? So because I was starting to get worried there that you were like, oh, listen, I want to buy a high quality printer.
Shouldn't do this.
I want to know if you can help me out with getting some ink from work. Just take it from the storage cabinet. Nobody's gonna notice.
No.
Victimless crime.
No, you should not do this.
You couldn't do it.
You would never
You just
know.
wish you could.
No, I don't wish I could. No. You would never. All those games back there could right now be reproduction labels, and you would never know.
I still feel like that.
I know it's wrong. It is a wrong thing to do. People shouldn't do it. But the only person who's ever really being affected by it is the person who did it, who should know that they've done wrong and should suffer and should be punished for it. But if you never know, then you're never going to be upset about it. It'll never bother you. Does that make sense? Is my point clear?
Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody else is watching.
Say that again?
Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody else is watching. I think Eric just wrote that. Yeah.
Yes. No, and he's exactly right. This is my point, is that the person who's wrong is the person who did it. You will never know. That person is the one who has to live with it for the rest of his life.
But if you found out that every game you had bought was a counterfeit game,
now you're a victim.
How would you feel?
I would feel terrible.
So you'd be upset.
I would be upset.
So are you saying you're okay with the long box CD case replacements, or you're against the long box CD
I'm
case
against
replacements?
them. I'm against anything being changed in anything.
It's cheating. If
it's not the official release, then it's wrong. I guess I should have started with that. You shouldn't do this. It's bad.
I want to hear people's thoughts in the forum. So who out there is a sociopath who's willing to take advantage of their fellow man?
And it happens.
Like P2.
No, I would never do that. But I understand that they're out there. And I might have purchased them myself and never known. And now I've sold those to other people, and they'll never know. No one will ever know.
This is like when you thought you bought pot and you bought oregano and you thought you got high, but you were just, it was just a contact high.
You can get contact high from oregano?
All
right, let's move on. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about
don't ask the chat.
Morals?
Put it in the forums.
Oh, all right.
Post it in the forums. We don't have time to. Don't stare at the chat. It's a 30-second delay.
I love it, though.
This is a live show. People are going to be listening to this afterwards.
I love it.
You don't have to edit.
Oh, this is good stuff.
What do we get next? I got 2 Polykills.
I have Frantic Thoughts, Josh, but it's not his newest one because his newest one came out recently.
All right, hit me.
But he talks about Cuphead, loves Cuphead, and he loves Kingsman 2. Have you seen Kingsman, the original?
Yeah, I loved Kingsman. Kingsman was great.
Okay.
Stop.
Hold on,
Stop reading the chat.
No.
Go back and watch the video afterwards and read the chat then.
Musty, that is immoral. Okay, so Musty was asking me about people who like reflash sports titles and stuff and use it for. Although if you're doing a reproduction game and you're saying it's a reproduction game, like
if you're telling somebody it's reproduction, there's nothing wrong with it. You are being honest.
That's my point.
It's when you're trying to pass something off for something it's not.
That person is doing something wrong and should never do it. If they sold it to me at a yard sale and I never knew about it, I would just go about my day and everything's fine.
Man, I'm really lucky to find this mint in box Earthbound.
Right. Oh my God, what are the odds of me finding this? This is great.
For $85.
I'm not going to go look into it. I don't know any better.
This is sweet. Oh, man.
You shouldn't do it.
I just had a baby. I have to sell everything. I better sell his Overwatch. Oh, that's not a real Overwatch. Earthbound. Sorry. It's Friday night. We play Overwatch on Fridays.
Anyway, have you seen Kingsman? It's awesome.
Yeah, so Kingsman came about originally. The first Kingsman, the director, I can't remember his name, wanted to make the next James Bond movie. The people who own the rights to James Bond said, we don't think you could make a good James Bond movie. You don't really have anything supporting that. Oh. He said, okay.
Cool.
And then made Kingsman, which is the best James Bond movie we've had in like 15 years.
Yeah, I also don't like Daniel Craig. I thought you liked him.
I don't mind Bond, but the Kingsman is a better Bond movie.
I agree completely.
It's super. It's exciting. It's fun. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I did too. I haven't seen Kingsman 2 though. Have you?
No, I tried streaming it the other night, and it was an Indian feed. There was subtitles on the screen.
Bad quality.
Yeah.
All right, that is all I have for Josh. Check out Josh's. There's a new one out. Frantic Thoughts. Check it out. Josh is awesome.
Now that's a victimless crime. Streaming movies from overseas.
That is also immoral, and you have to be okay with it. If you're not okay with it, then being immoral, then don't do it.
I only do it when I'm making my fake Chrono Trigger labels.
Victimless crime. I love saying weird things. All right.
Polykill. I got 2 Polykills.
Okay. Polykill.
First up, Offkilter.
Wait. I haven't heard the Offkilter.
It's
Carry on.
From 2 weeks ago. So it's about nature stories.
Yes.
Turns out Dean tried to feed his wife to a grizzly bear.
What?
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
He was walking to work one day. He
like Dean.
heard a grizzly bear. He said, man, I got to get out of here. He went to work. He told everybody at work. His wife, who follows him down the same path, a half an hour later, he didn't tell. When she got to work, she called him. She was like, you're never going to believe what happened. And he was like, well, you're calling me, so what happened didn't happen. No, I'm just kidding. Dean loves his wife very much.
Of course he does.
Yeah, but the story was awesome. You should definitely check it out. Yep. Great one. Turns out Travis is afraid of everything. And Jake had a spider story. We had, it was a terrifying event. I would have burned everything. I am going to punch you right in the mouth. Stop reading the chat.
I'm trying to read what Musty meant. Case, not cart, case upgrades. What does he mean by that? Case upgrade?
That was what it was. Long box CD cases were being reproduced by Limited Run Games.
No. Any, I don't like any replacements or anything like that, I guess is the question, right? Especially for CD cases. I think a cracked CD case, you're stuck with that cracked CD case. What a weirdo, right? Who cares about CD cases? This guy, apparently, because... Anyway, if I didn't know, then whatever. If somebody gives it to me and they replace it, what do I know? I can't say anything about it. I'm so weird. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, it was great Offkilter. They talked about wolf spiders in the shed. This story, it crippled me. I actually burned down my own shed just in case we got spiders in it.
Ooh, what happened? What happened to him?
There was 3 of them. Like, he walked into his shed to get his lawnmower, and there was 3 of them on the upper part of the door inside the shed. And I will let him tell it from there on that episode.
Does it drop on him?
I can't say.
Oh my god, I don't want to talk about it.
Turns out now he's a superhero.
Yeah. Speaking of that, did I say I seen Spider-Man Homecoming?
You mentioned it in the What Have We Been Up To segment at the beginning.
I know.
I know you know.
All right.
I got another Polykill.
Yeah, all right, let's get into the
Polykill
actual
podcast. This was their newest one, yeah. Travis has beaten Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah, wasn't that last Polykill?
No? It was the newest one?
Well, I definitely heard him talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I did hear the newest one, but I thought that was the last one.
Despite being told by me in a private message and having it mentioned on the podcast, he forgot that you could group heal. I don't understand how this keeps happening to people.
You didn't know you could group heal.
He beat the game without group healing.
That's impressive.
That's like beating Cuphead with a Dance Dance Revolution gamepad.
It's called reverse cheating.
Yeah, that's right.
See you, Duke. Have a good night, man. Oh, and happy birthday again to Tara. That is reverse cheating, making the game harder for yourself.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. But congratulations to him. I think it's his first Final Fantasy victory.
Yeah, it is. I think that's what he said. I think he said he's got to the end of a lot of them.
Yeah.
But this was the first end.
So I'm happy for him.
Man, that's awesome.
Really glad that he stuck with it. It's a good one.
That's a good game to just beat.
It's a hard work. It is.
Oh, man. I want to talk about Just Beat It for a second. Okay. The fact that hashtag Just Beat It has caught on so much is proof that Legacy could work. If Legacy had a built-in hashtag Just Beat It, every time you ticked off that you beat a game, it tweets out, hey, hashtag Just Beat It. Dude, it sells itself. And it promotes Polykill.
We know a guy that makes apps. He made apps for us.
Why isn't this not happening?
Because I'm not paying him to make your app.
Well, I wouldn't pay anybody to make my app. I just want
But yeah, that would be cool. If you had an app that tracked your game beats and automatically shared that for you.
Love it. And then Polykill talks about it. So it promotes Polykill. We have our little CC ads when you turn on.
People, they'd have to put whether they used a guide or they used a save state or if they used to continue.
That is not what Legacy
How many lives. If they grinded for extra lives.
My God.
They'd have to put if they used a Dance Dance Revolution gamepad, if they used a turbo stick.
Maybe.
All of these check marks would have to be on there so that the badge could be altered accordingly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess you picked the difficult. Moving on. What else from Polykill do you have?
Jake talked about his Switch.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. Congrats on the Switch, Jake. That's huge. Talked about
hearing
rabbits.
His excitement for the games.
Yep.
Because up to this point previously, I hadn't really heard Jake talk about anything Nintendo, but or very little anyway. But
see you, Duke.
Like a whole upcoming library. I haven't heard that, right?
Yeah.
He talked about the Switch games that he was going to have the opportunity to experience, with such enthusiasm.
I know, man.
And such excitement that I felt the energy transfer as well.
Yeah, he makes me want to get Golf Story. He was talking about Golf Story, right?
Yeah, and this is a game that there was no Swayze way I was buying Golf Story.
I know, me too.
It just wasn't happening.
I know. Yeah.
It's that excitement, that energy that's what draws me to video game podcasts like Easy Allies. They get that all the time.
Love the passion.
They talk about Dark Souls and they melt right off their chairs.
Feels good.
Hearing stuff like that, hearing people talk about a game that they love or something they're excited, just being excited about it. You know what I mean? That's why I like E3.
Mm-hmm.
People just get excited.
I love the passion.
Sure, it usually ends up in disappointment, but so do most of my dates.
Oh,
this not for me.
Or as ladies like to call me, "Hey, you in the bushes."
I don't know. It's great. I like it. It was a great episode. It is great. Solidified for me once again why I like listening to Jake and Travis so much.
Yeah, it feels good. So I can't remember. Did Travis say when he's getting a Switch?
I don't think Travis is ever getting a Switch.
My heart.
Yeah, he's going to modify his.
Hokey Briz.
They're sharing. What's his name? Their PS4
Dennis
has a name.
Or something? I can't remember.
Frank
or
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They share that PS4, which is a cool idea. We should have done that with the Xbox One.
Well, no.
Because then you could have played Recore.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Recore. I do want to play Recore.
Yeah.
Do you not like Recore?
No, I really enjoy Recore.
Okay, good.
I'm playing through right now.
Okay, good. Is the definitive edition better?
Looks the exact same to me.
Yeah, I figured as much. All right, I want to talk a bit about Retro Pixel. Have you heard it yet? The
No,
Retro Pixel
I haven't
podcast
yet.
coming
No, I
at
have
ya.
not.
You Nazi. Talked a bit about Dirty Chinese Restaurant.
What? I haven't heard it yet.
This is a game that is no longer being made because there's a lot of backlash saying it was racist. But it brings up a really good point that James mentioned about South Park in particular. There are people who sort of are grandfathered in to making, I don't want to say racist humor, jokes about stereotypes and things like that.
Satires.
Why is it that some groups are allowed to do these things and others are not?
I think it comes down to class and taste.
All right.
So there's
like with South Park. What's the class and taste?
They are very skilled satirists, satirists, satyrs. They are. There's a very fine line for that kind of humor.
Yeah.
There's a very fine line between I'm being offensive and I am being funny, or
you mentioned in Dirty Chinese Restaurant that you gotta catch like cats and dogs or something,
right?
but that's just playing off stereotypes and jokes and then whatnot.
But if is
that racist? Is Dirty Chinese Restaurant?
I don't know anything about this game.
Is that going too far? I don't know. But he made a lot of interesting talking points that I had not thought about.
There's a reason that not a lot of comedians can do this. They can't pull it off, and it's because it is extremely difficult. To shine that light on something. And to just come off as being offensive.
Yeah, or not. It is a fine line.
And, so.
Oh, and also Bill had a promo on there for the Dollar Dorks, which I love as always. And he also mentioned that he won a random Flock Talk prize.
Yeah, these are not random at all.
Random in quotes. And on that note, I want to talk about my win on Flock Talk. I won.
What did you win?
I won. So last week we talked about Flock Talk, but I hadn't got to the end, and I won.
Oh.
So thank you, Flock Talk. They got my check, and now I won. So my random prize was a PSN card, which I can now use to buy Hat in Time. So I'm very excited.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, right? Otherwise, I never would have got it.
That's the best gift ever. They gave you the gift.
I know.
They gave you the gift of hope.
The gift of happiness.
Yeah.
Like, I was dying to play this game, and I never would buy it because it was digital. And now I can.
That's very cool.
So thank you, Miles, Catherine, and Chris, who always gets forgotten.
Who?
You know what? Chris doesn't like Baby Driver, though.
He's that blow-up doll, right?
Chris is one of the people who doesn't like Baby Driver.
The Polykill intern on Twitter is my favorite person to follow.
He's
right now bunking with Flock of Nerds.
Okay, so you can talk about them. You can talk about him then.
Yeah, I'm just squeezing him in there. Listen, if you can talk about whatever random movies you watch whenever you want, I could talk about the Polykill intern.
The Baby Driver's really good.
Yeah. I'll be sure to check it out.
The Polykill intern actually has been killing it, so that's fine.
I'm going to watch Baby Driver right after this.
You should watch Baby Driver.
I'm going to. Listen.
Expect a good quirky love story.
When do you and I ever disagree on movies except for Force Awakens?
You didn't like Force Awakens?
No.
I know that you thought it was like a carbon copy, but you still didn't like it?
I didn't enjoy it.
Did you not like A New Hope?
No, I like The New Hope.
Well, then there you go. You like Force Awakens. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, that's RetroPixel and a little Flock Talk.
All right, are we ready to jump into a half an hour of STC pod?
Yes.
All right. So first up, last week's episode.
Boom.
They talked about the Nova Scotian ice cream sandwich.
Oh, yes, they did. That's
so right. Joe had mentioned, it would have been nice if Bill had extended the invitation for him to stay over the night before Barry, and Bill was like, "Where would you have slept?" And Joe said, "Well, I would have, bunked up with P1,
right.
and Colleen would have bunked up with you."
Right.
And Bill was like, "Oh, you think that's how that was going to go?" I think it would have been you between the two of them making a little Nova Scotian ice cream sandwich.
I love it.
And all I can say is Nova Scotia has delicious ice cream sandwiches.
The best.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
They talked about Tom Petty.
Yes, they did talk about Tom Petty. Okay, so
I could listen to Bill talk about music for an entire hour.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you like Tom Petty?
Yeah.
What do you like? What's your favorite song by Tom Petty? And you can't say Free Fallin'.
No, it's not Free Fallin'.
Okay.
It's Rebel Without a Clue.
Okay, because I had no idea about any Tom Petty songs other than Free Falling.
Really?
Yeah. And since he's passed, there's been a lot of Tom Petty playing around. Dude, I am hooked.
Yeah.
He has kind of like a folky sound to his voice. I love his voice.
Yeah.
You know who he reminds me of?
Can't wait.
Probably going to catch some shade for this one. People say that. Joel Plaskett. Like his voice reminds me of Joel Plaskett.
I heard he was inspired by Joel.
No way. Joel Plaskett definitely came after Tom Petty.
Yes.
So Tom Petty...
By like 30 years.
Joel Plaskett is probably influenced by Tom Petty, and I never knew. I never knew anything about Tom Petty. But I'm now a big Tom Petty fan, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I'm becoming a big Tom. I'm not there.
I like him.
I'm not there.
Colleen and I saw him live in concert here in Halifax. I think we'd only been dating for like 3 or 4 months at the time.
Yeah.
Big fan. Rebel Without a Clue is one of my favorite songs, period.
I don't know
Johnny Depp's in the video.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But the intro of STC this week, sorry, whatever week that we're talking about last week, was the entire song of Free Falling, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh man, first of all, didn't know that Free Falling was Tom Petty.
You are killing me.
I didn't know.
Bill's going to stop listening to this show.
I'm sorry, Bill. But
Joe has already stopped.
No, Bill.
Because you don't know enough about Lord of the Rings.
Listen. Bill has got me on Tom Petty. So his little eulogy has, inspired me to listen to Tom Petty. So I'm sure he actually enjoys that. All right? All right. Now let's talk about the Game Show Network because I love it.
Okay.
And Bill used to watch a lot of Game Show Network too. So I thought I was the only person who enjoyed things like that. Didn't realize I could talk about it openly. Happy to know I can.
Can I get back to how I want to hear Bill talk about music for a full hour? I want a Bill music podcast.
All right, well,
I need it.
I bet him and Kevin together would do a really good music podcast.
Yeah. Because Bill could get all that raw emotion. Like they could focus on a single. Anyway.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, I'm on board. Make it happen.
Yeah.
You have the power to make that happen, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, make it happen.
No, I could barely make our podcasts happen.
Yeah, you're right. Who we kidding?
Joe went to New York.
Joe talked.
They talked about going to the Serendipity.
Yes, I knew what it meant.
I love that movie.
How did Bill not know what he was talking about?
I don't know, man. Serendipity is one of the best movies.
How could they not think of Kate Beckinsale?
Yeah, I don't know that either.
My brain was exploding.
I was like, Broke Down Palace. Did I ever tell you the story about Litwin in the military where Roy was posted in Petawawa?
No.
Showed up at Roy's room and Roy was like, hey, what are you doing this weekend, Litwin? He's like, I'm going to go watch some movies. And he said, well, what movies you got there? I can't remember what the first movie was, but anyways, he broke down Places, and it was Broke Down Palace. Anyway.
Oh, wow. I did not know this story, no.
Yeah. No, Serendipity is one of my favorite movies.
It used to be one of mine until I watched it recently. Too cheesy, not quirky enough.
Really?
Yeah, I really like quirky love stories. This is just a cheesy love story.
Mm.
Yeah. And I love John Cusack, and I love Kate Beckinsale. So I thought that was like one of my favorite love stories. Too cheesy. I'm sorry. But yeah. Great episode as always. I don't know how much I really want you to talk about this week's episode.
Are you kidding me?
Spoil anything?
Are you kidding me?
No, how could I be kidding you? I haven't heard it yet. Don't spoil too much, but say some things.
No, I will wait. I will rein this in.
Say one highlight. Look at your notes.
There's a Joe trivia that I desperately want.
What is a Joe trivia? Do not. Oh, that you want.
Right.
Okay, what's the Joe trivia that you want?
Joe's a fan of a series of books called The Wheel of Time.
Oh, yeah. You know
by Robert Jordan.
You know them.
I love them. I have read through that series 7 times.
Yeah. And?
I want
7 times the whole series.
That's
a long series.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I would read through it, and then I would wait for the next book, and when the next book released, I would buy it and then read through it again. I loved that series. I was a huge fan. I actually joined a Wheel of Time online forum where you role-played as a character in the world.
Nice.
I was a massive fan. I need to hear that Joe trivia.
Make it happen.
I actually want to write the questions.
Well, was Joe Thello on this one?
No,
All right.
no Joe Thello. But Bill brought it up.
You brought up Joe Thello?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, that's all.
There's a lot. It's a good episode, man. Bill has a good story about buying a PS4. Oh,
Dude, you're spoiling things.
sorry.
Joe bought a PS4 or Bill?
Bill,
Congratulations, Bill. That's a big purchase, dude.
you gotta listen to the episode.
Was it a good price? All right, don't say
You
anything.
gotta listen to the episode.
Let's talk about their pickup videos, though.
Okay.
Have you seen the recent pickup video?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I have the one where Joe has a bunch of loose DS games.
he did?
Yeah. Well, and the one I watched, it was like it came out yesterday.
Oh no, I seen the one where.
Okay, you do yours, then I'll do mine.
Okay,
We're rolling into videos now.
I only want to talk about. Oh yeah, so we're doing videos. I only want to talk about 2 things that Bill had picked up. He had the first of all, he had the sensor bar for the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, sorry, I said that wrong. He had the holder for the sensor bar for the Wii. It's a little tiny plastic holder. I didn't even realize that they came with it. I never took it out of the box, obviously. And your sensor bar sits on it.
Oh.
And it's like a little holder for it. It's awesome. I was like, oh my god, how have I,
I
never
think
seen
mine
this?
came with removable sticker pads underneath, so I could just stick it on the TV.
That too. Mine came with that too. But this had a little like holder. It's awesome. Joe actually took it and put it in his pocket during the video because he wanted it, obviously.
Nice.
And he also had these DS holders, which keeps your DS upright in this holder, so you can display it awesome. It looks awesome.
I got DS chargers like that.
Yeah, this is a charger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where?
My Legend of Zelda one is in one up on that shelf.
Yeah. But anyway, it looks awesome. You just keep it up. Anyway, really cool. That's all I wanted to say about that.
So I watched yesterday's pickup video.
Okay, I've not seen that.
Bill had a bunch of Star Trek figurines in it, and some good ones. Bulma, I think one of them was.
Isn't that from Dragon Ball?
Yep.
I thought you said Star Trek.
I sure did.
You lost me.
Watch the video. But Bill bought a bunch of loose DS games. So I have 2 questions for you. Mm-hmm. Question number 1.
Okay.
Who the Swayze throws away a DS case? It's a perfect clamshell.
I know, man. I don't know.
Question number 2.
Yeah.
Who the Swayze buys loose DS games? When you know these games come with perfect clamshells.
I know. But he could just trade those in somewhere and get awesome credit for it.
Oh, man.
I don't know what games they were.
Guts me.
Yeah. But as you know, game stores and EB Games, they
don't even care.
Thing to them,
well, they must have did that big trade in EB Games, and they were like, you could just bring us the discs.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like,
doesn't
all
matter to
right,
them.
I guess so.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
See, Julian's kind of in the same bill as me. All right. And that is all I have for STC. Do you have any more STC?
No, because you wouldn't let me talk about this week's episode. I'll have to talk about it next week.
You can talk about it.
No,
It's just
I
don't spoil
wanna
too much.
Yeah, well, they show Snoke in it.
That's not a spoiler.
It's a spoiler when you start telling people what's in the trailer. People avoid the trailer.
Unless I describe Snow.
I'm going to have to message Rocket Sauce and tell him not to watch this because he turned off Monday Night Football so he wouldn't see the trailer.
Wait, are you saying I spoiled the trailer or the movie?
Both.
No, I didn't spoil the movie at all.
Hmm.
It's the trailer that's spoiled.
Right. And the trailer is a spoiler for what?
The movie.
Right.
I don't understand what you're saying. So, you know what? Maybe you're right. The fact that now they know Snoke is in the movie.
It's like when I tell you that Cersei's still alive in the last season of Game of Thrones.
You're right.
Now you know that it's a spoiler that she's not going to die for the first 6 seasons.
Well, you know Snoke is alive in this movie. He doesn't die in the first one.
Right. But by knowing that you see him in the trailer, now you know you see him in the movie, which means you can expect at some point you're going to see Snoke. And you told all of our listeners.
That is my point, and I agree. I apologize that now
in fact,
you know.
You were telling them as you were complaining that you saw him.
Wait. It doesn't specify whether Snoke is physical there or not. It could be like in the first one where it shows him as a hologram. Let's move on.
We got some more videos.
All right. Q Dogs.
Yeah. In the Q Dog house.
Eric got his Sega cookies.
Oh, man. I wanted these. I wanted to eat Eric's cookies so bad.
It looks... I'm not getting tricked again. It looks so good. Those Sega cookies
I don't know what you're talking about.
They watched It Follows and they couldn't remember where they heard it from. It was Bonus Barrel.
Yeah. That's the one with the sex disease, right?
Yes.
Or every time you sleep with somebody, you get a game guide or something? How's it work?
A game guide? No. You could get like a terrible curse
Oh.
where you have to watch Let's Plays of every game you play.
Oh, no.
And then you claim that you beat it yourself.
Somebody's been looking through our YouTube history.
Oh, moving on. Writing down the... Wait, writing down the rules. So he says he's going to look into writing down the rules.
No, he confirmed tonight that he wrote them down. He
Wait,
emailed
how did
his.
you know that?
He read.
Oh, you read the
I
chat.
read the chat.
I set
So
you up.
he emailed his brothers. He's getting confirmation. He's going to post them in the forums.
I love it.
So you're going to have the rules.
Oh, my
what are you going to
goodness.
do when it turns out you haven't beaten any games?
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. No, I've beaten games. You have to realize everybody has their own personal rules.
Oh, you just want to know how much better than you Eric is.
I already know Eric is like up here. I'm down here.
Yeah.
I'm dirt.
I'm terrible.
I'm the fuzzy. You know, when you take your socks off.
No
you got
judgment.
fuzzies
No
between you.
judgment.
No, I know. That's just in my personal judgment.
You're like belly button lint.
Yeah, I'm belly button. I'm Eric's belly button.
Does your belly button stink? Put your finger in there and smell that.
It doesn't smell great. It doesn't smell great. Oh, and okay, so I said he can either write them. This was before I knew he wrote them down. I said either he could write them down or he could tell them to me, and I could be like Moses and pass them on like commandments.
Wow. You should get him.
I would be okay with either of those things.
Get him to text them to you directly.
Yeah.
And then you can pass them out during a show.
Yeah.
You can just show up at the show and be like, I have to tell you something. You can have them chiseled out on two NES carts
I'll do one every episode for whatever long.
for
All right.
37 episodes.
We'll just use a reproduction cart with a reproduction label, and each label will have a command. Let's move on. And that is all I have for vidges.
That's it?
Oh, sorry. Eric also mentioned that he's going to beat a game, and I have a fairly good idea of what game.
You think it's Final Fantasy V?
And I think we have a bet that if he beats it, you owe me a PlayStation Mini. So
That is... Really?
Yep.
Did we make that wager?
We did.
I'm going to need Derek to confirm this.
And you thought, no way, Eric is A, beating it, and B, there's ever going to be a PlayStation Mini. So I'm pretty set if there's a PlayStation Mini if Eric comes through on
Yeah.
this.
I'll get that together right after we get our Mega Man 2 announcement video.
It's coming. It's coming.
I do have a couple more video things. First off, Melissa pointed out that she is on board joining forces with me to beat Castlevania 4.
See? You did make the wager.
And great. And so that's excited.
Yeah.
Musty actually pointed something out to me.
What's that?
I have beaten 5 games in a row because I beat Perfect Dark with him.
You did. Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
So what was after that?
Yeah, and
Let's do the
so
list.
Musty messaged me. He was like, actually, we've beaten 5 games in a row. You're on a serious streak. Yeah. And I was like, it might be the longest streak of the club. And then Musty was like, your brother's beaten 50. And I was like, oh, yeah.
But I didn't beat Mana before the podcast, though. So I feel like, although I guess if you're just going by beat the games. All right.
No, that one doesn't count. You would lose. You're a loser.
I think you beat it, though, before the podcast.
I did.
Or during the podcast, or something weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
During that super awesome podcast where we all loved the game.
oh, my brain.
Such a bad one.
Yeah. All right.
The show was great. The game was bad.
I forget what we were talking about.
Q-Dogs. So that's all I had.
Okay.
So Melissa and I are on Super Castlevania.
That's what it was.
She didn't confirm
That's what it was.
if she's going to push for Mass Effect 2 with me. I think a pair of femsheps could dominate the galaxy. We could rule the galaxy as father and son.
Wait, who would be...
Whoever. So then I got
Why
Flock.
did you... You can be women in that game, can't you?
Yeah, we would both be... I would
But
be
you picked
femshep.
father and son.
Mm-hmm.
You lost me. Let's move on.
That's what my guide said to pick.
Oh, my goodness. Are there save states in Mass Effect 2?
There will be.
I am done.
I got more videos. Flock of Nerds. They interviewed the comic artist for a new post-apocalyptic Western comic called Morris.
Cool.
Yeah, and then they played Street Fighter and beat the snot out of each other.
That makes sense, too.
But it was cool. Miles is a good interviewer.
He is. I noticed that.
He's like an actual newsman.
Yeah, a newsman?
Miles Newsman.
Harry S. Newsman.
I think that's his name. Miles Newsman.
It might be. I thought it was Prower. Prower?
Wow. And then Musty's second breakfast. First up, I want to say I love his new format.
Oh, there's a new format? I haven't seen it. Tell me.
Yeah, it's so.
Tell me, the listener.
So he starts off with like a teaser. Here gives the listener here's what we're going to talk about.
Yep.
Rolls his intro. Then he gets into his topic, and then after his topic is done, he's like, "If you want to stick around." Hold on, my daughter just asked me for werewolf or vampire.
I feel like you shouldn't even have to answer that.
Yeah, I know. She's going home with you. So yeah.
Eric said that he advised Melissa to play Mass Effect 1 first, and I agree with him.
Are you gonna play Mass Effect 1 first?
If you lend it to me, I guess.
Do I have the trilogy?
Oh yeah, we were gonna look into that last time, didn't we?
Yeah, we'll check. I looked at EB Games. It's only $20. Anyway.
I have credit.
Solid.
Let's do it.
And then after he's done his topic, he gets into like, hey, if you want to stick around, here's what I'm up to. It's great because it gets that topic good front.
I like that
and
too.
it sinks that hook. That hook gets in me. And after I've heard him talk about the topic, I'm like, you know what?
I want more.
I'll stick around and hear what you did this week.
A little more musty in me.
I know you probably told me on Twitter, and then we'll talk about it at Overwatch. But I'll watch you talk about it on the camera.
I love it. I like that. I do like that idea.
But his topic this week was
this is what I wanted to.
How he turned a Super Nintendo Classic into a PS4, and I don't want to spoil the video.
I was gonna say I thought there was something else involved. Anyway, I haven't seen it yet, like I said.
Yeah, it's a good video. Musty echoes a lot of my thoughts on physical media, Vice, the Super Nintendo Classic, and the physical games, and
how did he
PS4.
do it?
I just watched the video, man. I don't want to spoil it.
I gotta watch it. I'm so intrigued.
It's only like a 10-minute video. If I tell you...
This is just like... Remember when Liam did that dollar to a Wii U?
Dollar to a Wii U, yeah. Or pound to a Wii U.
Right.
99p to a Wii U.
99 pence.
Yeah.
Yeah, pence.
Pence, yeah.
Not quite a pound.
And that is all I have for videos.
Me too. All right.
Okay.
Let's do it. Wait, are we done? Questions.
We go to answers, yeah.
Or answers, yes.
I changed all my stuff on my iPad to put everything in folders. I hate it. I'm going back to my old way.
Why'd you do it then?
I was looking for something new, some way to organize it better.
You wanted to see that background more.
I did want to see that background more.
You see what I have to do here? I organize everything around Avery's face. See that? I always see her face.
Oh, that's sweet. I can't arrange my icons like that. My icons all go to the top.
Ew, gross. You must be able to turn that off.
No.
Ew, that's like old Windows. Even on Windows, you were allowed to arrange it however you wanted.
No, I can't.
Nah, you're wrong.
I can't.
No way Apple would restrict you like that.
100%.
No way they would do that.
Yeah.
They would not force you to do something that you don't want to do.
Your icons auto-align.
You can turn off auto-align. You have to be able to turn it off.
No.
Does anybody in the chat have an Apple phone?
All right, moving into answers.
Can you turn off auto-align for your icons? That is a joke. All right. How are you going to see Avery's face if you do that?
I don't know.
I love it. So cute. Look at that. It's all around her face.
Best part of Thanksgiving is when we all had to sing children's songs.
You sang?
No, I didn't. I left the room.
All right.
Just give me 1 second to bring up answers. This part of the show usually gets edited out.
Does it?
Yeah, you just don't ever listen to the shows, do you?
No. I heard we have intro music now, so that's pretty cool.
I hate you. People in the chat, one of my co-hosts.
Not have many questions, I guess. 2?
So first up, what are your best and worst Halloween costumes from Matt Bandy? My worst. Remember that clown costume that Mom made me wear and then made you wear?
The clown one? Yeah.
That's my worst.
Yeah, but that has such a good memory.
We should see if we can dig out that picture.
That's a good memory.
It's like it was a yellow and red and blue body with a pointy clown hat.
It was a clown.
And a yellow wig around the top of the pointy hat. And she used to paint our faces, and our mother... I love our mother, but she is not a makeup artist. She would get that white paint in my eye every year. And I had to wear this thing 3 years in a row.
I remember you would sweat and it would hurt
your eye. It would burn.
It would get
and
swollen.
Then after I outgrew it, they started putting it on Mark and making him wear it.
I thought clowns looked like that for the first 10 years of my life.
At least. They do not.
You didn't see clowns that often. I thought that's what
every time I saw a sad clown, I was like, oh, that makes sense. He's crying because that makeup's in his eye.
You know what's funny is in grade 11 PAL class. Remember PAL? I don't even know if they had it.
Physically active lifestyles.
Yeah. Anyway, we had to do this box. It's like a shoe box, and you had to customize it to describe who you are. And on the inside of the lid, I had a crying clown picture. So when I lifted up the lid to do this presentation in class, you had to show in front of the class. I lifted it up so everybody could see it, but I didn't comment out on it, and I left it off to the side, and I just did everything else in the box, and I never talked about it.
Really?
Yeah, I just left it out to the side, and then after it, people were like, "What was with this sad clown?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I never talked about it. It was pretty funny.
Wait, what do you mean, what's sad clown?
So now that's what I think about when I hear the sad clown.
That was my worst. My best, me and a bunch of my friends went as the Addams Family a couple of years ago. Although, you know what?
I do remember that.
It's a second place as all of us going as the characters from Wizard of Oz. Me and Colleen and Nick and Shane.
Yeah, but you were Fester, right?
I was Fester
You
for
made
the
an
Addams
awesome
family. I
Fester.
actually have pictures of that. I could probably dig those up.
You should put those up. That was a good Fester.
Yeah, we had Fester, Gomez, Pugsley, Wednesday, Lurch, and Morticia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are good costumes. I remember that.
They're pretty good. Craig actually went and rented spats for his costume.
What are spats?
They're those little white things that come out of the bottom of your pants and the top of your shoes that Gomez wears. The little white triangles on the top of your... Anyway.
Oh, on your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was that one. That one or the Wizard of Oz. I have pictures of both. I'll shoot them both up there.
Julian has confirmed that Apple sucks.
Solid. Appreciate that.
My best costume, I don't know. I've never really been a big fan. I like my werewolf costume from when I accidentally outed Avery's name.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was the year that Mom dressed like you.
Yeah, Mom dressed up like I was overseas and Mom dressed up as me.
And I went to pick her up and it was really dark and I thought it was you and I almost cried.
Oh, wow. And then you realized it was Mom and you did cry.
I think I did actually still cry, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
That was a good one.
All right, next.
She wore my Cartridge Club shirt.
She did.
And then never gave it back. And then when I
She
asked
still
her,
wears that all the
she was
time.
like, "It's my shirt." I'm like, "No,
she wears
it's
it.
my shirt. You borrowed it while I was gone, and you just never gave it back to me."
Are you sure you didn't buy her one? Because usually you buy her one.
Maybe I
I
did.
think you bought her one, yeah.
So those were ours. What about you, Matt? What are your best and worst costumes?
I just said them, but...
Send pictures. No, Matt Bandy. I'm asking Matt for his.
All right, Matt Bandy. I would love to know Matt Bandy. Because you know he's got some creative ones.
Yeah.
If it's anything like his food.
Yeah. Chris Roberts asks, have either of you ever gotten into a real fist fight before? I ask because Canadians are so nice and agreeable.
Good question. I don't know the answer for you.
I was in one actual fist fight in my life.
Wow. Did you hit
I mean,
anybody?
I was in when I worked at the bar. I was in the middle of breaking up fights, but I was never in fights. Mm-hmm. And one night in a hotel room, I had a loaded handgun pressed against my chest.
What? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Who was it?
His name was Dan.
He sounds like a dick.
Well, he had just gotten out of prison.
He's a dick.
And he's probably back in.
He's probably a dick. He's probably making repro.
That is a different story for a different time.
All those repros, they'll catch up to you. Hey, Kevin.
Still not as scary as it was when I
What did you do?
dived off the jumping board there and can't swim.
Right.
But no, so one fist fight. It was Greg Hubble and I. We were
dude. A gun pointing at your chest wasn't as scary as jumping into a pool with
No.
lifeguards around you.
no.
A guy with a loaded gun.
Yeah. I had a gentleman who was anyway.
All right.
Very motivated to pull through. Anyway.
Oh boy! All right.
So my one fist fight. Greg Hubble. We were playing ball hockey one day, and I shot the ball down the road 3 times. I think.
Yeah.
And I refused to go get it on the third one, and he punched me in the head 3 times, and I went home.
Oh.
And that was the end of the fight.
Actually, I think I do remember that vaguely.
Yeah. I just walked up the street to our house as he walked behind me, punching me in the back of the head.
What a dick.
Yeah. I just walked away.
Yeah, you handled that well.
Yeah.
True Canadian
Dad was like,
spirit.
"Why didn't you hit him with your hockey stick? He's a little jerk." I'm like, "Well,
Dad hated him.
because that's assault."
Yeah, I'd probably be in jail.
And I think I would have been. I was mid-teens then. I think so.
A guy hit me in the stomach with a basketball playing Foursquare once,
Oh.
and laughed about it. So I got up and I pretended to laugh about it too, and then I punched him in the gut.
Wow.
That was the only time I ever hit anybody.
That was it.
Yep. I almost got in trouble, but I didn't.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
What about you, Chris? He's from California. They fight all the time out there, don't they?
Tough guy.
Is he one of the Jets or the Sharks? Is that California? That's New York.
Nope, that's definitely New York.
Next up from Stephen Hyder. Is the community content submission page working yet?
I think it is.
Yeah, it's been working since the day one of the site. The only issue is that for some reason, thumbnail images created in Microsoft Paint will not upload to the site.
What? Really?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what format you save it in.
What?
This dude, Derek, spent like 3 weeks testing. He created an image in Microsoft
I
Paint.
trust
He exported it as a JPEG, wouldn't upload. He exported it as a PNG, wouldn't upload. He exported it as a JPEG. He put it into GIMP. He exported it from GIMP as a JPEG, uploaded.
Wow. Well, there you go, Steven. Tell Steven what to do again.
So just use any program other than Microsoft Paint to make your thumbnails.
All right. Well, there you go, Steven.
Derek was like, I don't understand. So Microsoft Paint has to add something to the file that nobody knows exists.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Huh. Weren't they trying to get rid of Paint too?
Yeah, I think that got canceled or
Yeah, it did
shut
get
down
canceled,
or something.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Anyway, Kevin just pointed out that Chris Roberts has a lung infection. So our thoughts are with you, buddy.
Oh, no way. That sucks.
Yeah.
Good luck, Chris.
All right. And
Is he anywhere near that fire? Like all of California's on fire right now.
They say it's the size of New York, I think they said.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Hopefully, all of our friends out there are safe.
Yes.
And anybody who is affected, hopefully they get help.
Yep. Hoping for the best.
So yeah, Steve, it's working. If you're having any issues, shoot me a private message and we'll sort it out.
Yep.
Also, if you are in chat, we will take a... Will we? How long have we been running? Ooh, hour 15. We won't. One last question.
All right.
What are your thoughts? This is from Base Guy 654. What are your thoughts on bringing Wii U games to the Switch and Wii Shop channel shutting down in 2019? And then it says gaming cons in 5 years. I'm not sure what that last part means. What do you think about Wii U games coming to the Switch?
I love it. Have I ever mentioned that I got rid of my Wii U? Got rid of my Wii U. And I'm hoping they all get ported to the Switch. Every Wii U game that's ported to the Switch is a win for me. So
Yeah. Well, you traded your Wii U in for a Switch.
that's how I got my Switch.
Yeah. It's standard practice at this point, isn't it, to port games from the last generation to the next generation?
Yeah. I guess
PS4 did it. Xbox One did it.
that's true. The highlights.
PS3 did it. I assume I don't know if Xbox 360 did it or not.
Yeah, I'm on board with it, and especially for Wii games, if they can find a way to take away motion controls from Wii games, because they would have to.
Yeah, can
right?
you imagine a
Would they
Skyward
have to?
Sword where you didn't have to wave your arms around like a Swayze?
But they do have motion control, don't they?
On the Switch, they are.
I'm just hoping
Yeah.
that they can't do it. I'm hoping that
I'd
they
like to
can't
get
do
the
motion
Metroid
controls.
Prime trilogy with no motion control option.
Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. Although I heard the motion controls for the Prime trilogy is pretty good.
Yeah, and it is the closest thing to a mouse and keyboard you could get, I guess.
Yeah, but
The 1-to-1.
in order to have it in handheld mode and
You'd
you'd
need to have no waggle. Yeah.
yeah. So, but you could lose a little kickstand thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, no, I'm on board for any ports. Pretty much.
There's a lot of good games on the Wii U. So for them to come over to Switch, my Switch is currently hooked up. My Wii U's not.
I think all games.
I
should be ported
haven't-
everything ever.
I haven't rebought
awesome.
any games like Mario Kart 8. I didn't rebuy. I didn't rebuy. There was another one that came back over, but
All right. Wii Shop. So they're shutting down 2019. We talked about that last week. The Wii Shop closing. Any other thoughts on it?
no. I mean, it's closing in 2019. That'll be like 7 years after the Wii stopped.
It's sad that it's going. I hope not many games are lost, especially WiiWare games that can only be purchased. Wait, anyway, I don't know enough about the eShops to know if all WiiWare games can be bought on the Wii U now. I just worry about games being lost into obscurity. And I think he's asking about any gaming cons in the last video game conventions in the last 5 years. I think that's what he means.
I don't know.
I'm not 100%.
Yeah, clarify that question for us, Chris. We'll answer it next week.
Have we been to any game? You've been to the very Game Exchange.
Yep.
I haven't been to any.
Amazing time.
Have I been to any gaming cons in the last 5 years?
We went to HalCon.
Was that in the last 5 years?
Yeah. We went.
And
Well,
that's not a
we
gaming
we,
con.
we went when we had a YouTube channel. We've had a YouTube channel for 5 years, so
Oh yeah. Man,
Had to have
remember
been.
when there was no club? Remember it was just Cartridge Bros.
yeah, a long time ago.
That was some cheesy stuff. Good stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
Barry
that's
Game
it.
Exchange, Portland Retro Gaming Expo is coming up.
Boom. That's gonna be a big one.
Is it next weekend?
It is still the mecca, right? Of retro gaming.
I
events.
think so. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be there. A lot of
Gotta be.
clubbers going
It's
in.
gotta be.
Jealous of those that are flying in.
Me too. I know Kevin's going.
Yeah, Kevin and Sarah both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they get to meet
Dean's
the
going.
Qs and
Well, they met them at Barry.
I know, but I haven't.
Right.
I want to. Anyway.
Well, I was talking to people at Barry. They weren't that up. I mean, they were like, it's probably better P2's not here. He'd be judging everybody on whether or not they're using save states or guides. He'd be standing over the shoulder at Dave and Buster's going, you're gonna beat that game there with extra credits.
You know what? Dave and Buster. That's pay to win, right? Arcades. Anyway.
That's a show.
That is weekly.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you were here in the Twitch live chat, thank you for coming and checking it out.
Yeah.
Really
this is
appreciate
weird.
it.
Doing live.
We don't normally do it live. We may do it more often. This was we recorded a day late, so we thought it would be fun to throw this in.
Yeah.
If you are listening to this on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play, you can head over to www.cartridgeclub.org where you can check out this and other great podcasts, videos, and blogs from our community. And if you are already a member of the Cartridge Club, you can head to www.patreon.com/Cartridge Club where you can donate as much or as little as you like. And every cent donated goes to improving the club. And don't forget to drink your amp.
That's important. Amp up your life.
We're going to have to start getting checks from them.
Are you seeing this fruit fly right
That is crazy. I never have fruit flies in this room unless you bring amp in here.
It comes to the end.
It's like they're just in the can. Read the ingredients. Is one of the ingredients fruit flies?
It doesn't say that there isn't any.
I'm player
It
one.
does say 2 cans maximum, though. I am player 2.
CC Unite. All right.
There's some ginseng root extract in it. Oh, it's not meant for breastfeeding women.
No. Yeah. So Kevin asked there. So Mark doesn't say he doesn't curse around his child. So at home, whenever he's going to, he says Patrick Swayze instead.
I try to.
And he started doing it here, and we just started doing it together.
So this is still recording?
No, we're done recording. The show that'll go up will go up. This is just after the fact.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know.
That's it. We don't normally talk after the show usually ends. You just get up out of the chair and go home.
I could get a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah.
I don't want that. But I love Amp so much. It's $1.
It's your superpower. You're Ant Man.
I am Amp Man.
Yeah.
That is it for my Amp. Bill's here?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Bill.
Bill, Mark wouldn't let me talk about today's show. He's a jerk.
I let you talk about it.
Cut me off.
I didn't want you to spoil the whole show. I haven't heard it yet. But we talked about a half hour for STC, so that's good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it, folks. I'm going to take off. I got to go. I think we're going to play some video games. I got to check on my dogs.
Oh, I wish we could keep talking.
Well, we can stay and
I
keep
just want
talking.
to talk to the people.
We'll talk to the people.
All right, everything in moderation. Musty's right.
I think he's talking about energy drinks.
I know. All right.
Yeah.
None. No script.
Yeah, no script this week.
No.
It was a good episode.
Yeah. Loose.
Do they ever have... I mean, they script their intro. I don't think other than that, though.
Who?
STC. Do you guys actually... Do they use scripts?
They don't script, do they?
I don't know.
Maybe they do.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to shut her down, folks. Thanks for coming out. And I think there's a CatMax stream coming up.
Oh, yeah.
In... I don't want to give a time and be wrong.
Another hour or so, I think.
I think it's through like 3 hours from now.
No.
I think it's 6 p.m. Pacific, I think.
That's an hour from now.
Oh, it is an hour from now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check that out. They'll be talking Gundams. I think that stream is happening on YouTube.
That sounds...
Cool.
No, wait, doesn't he do Google Hangouts? Oh, maybe he does YouTube now, too. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
See you guys. Have a good night. Thanks for coming.